I found out my boyfriend has been secretly paying my best friend's rent for a year. Today I discovered why my boyfriend of 3 years has been secretly paying my best friend's rent for the past 12 months. Just today I found out it wasn't an affair part, it was because she donated her kidney to save my life, and he promised to take care of her bills while she recovered. I discovered the payments by accident last week. While using Jake's laptop to order takeout, a notification popped up. Rent payment to Sarah Williams, $1,200. Sarah Uletas Hararo. Sarah is my best friend since college. The same Sarah who's been telling our friend group she got a great promotion last year that allowed her to move to a nicer apartment. My heart shattered. The evidence seemed undeniable. My boyfriend and best friend were having an affair. Why else would he be paying her rent? I scrolled through his banking history and found identical payments going back exactly 1 year parallel starting 3 months after my kidney transplant. I spent the next 2 days in a daze planning how to confront them. I decided to ambush them together, so I invited Sarah over for dinner without telling her Jake would be there that evening. Watching them interact gave me no clues. There were no secret glances, no unusual tension, just normal conversation about Sarah's job and my improving health. When Jake left the room to take a work call, I decided to strike. So I said casually, "How's that great promotion working out? The one that pays for your new apartment?" Sarah's smile faltered slightly. "It's good, Buzzy, but good, interesting," I continued because I saw Jake's bank statements. "He's been paying your rent for a year. Were you going to tell me about the affair or just keep pretending to be my friend?" The color drained from her face. "The here is no affair," she whispered. "You weren't supposed to find out about any of this." "Find out about what?" I demanded, my voice rising. "That the two people I trust most have been lying to me?" Jake walked back and immediately sensing the tension. "What's going on? She knows about the rent payments," Sarah said quietly to my surprise. Jake didn't look guilty, but he looked angry. "You promised not to tell her," he said to Sarah. "I didn't. She found her bank statements." I stood up shaking. "Will someone please explain what the hell is going on?" They exchanged a look I couldn't read, and then Sarah slowly rolled up her shirt sleeve, revealing a long surgical scar I'd never noticed before. "Remember when they told you they found a perfect match for your kidney transplant last year?" she said. "It wasn't from the donor list. It was mine." I stared at the scar, unable to process her words. After my kidneys failed suddenly last year, I'd spent 3 terrifying months on dialysis before an anonymous donor match was found. "But fine, why wouldn't you tell me?" I whispered. "Because I didn't want our friendship to change," Sarah explained. "I didn't want you feeling indebted to me for the rest of your life. I just wanted you healthy." Jake took my hand. When Sarah told me she was getting tested as a donor, I promised I'd help her through recovery. The transplant surgery hit her harder than she let on. She couldn't work full-time for months, and medical leave only covered so much. "The rent payments were my idea," he continued. "Sarah refused at first, but I insisted. She saved your life. Making sure she didn't lose her apartment while recovering seemed like the least I could do." I looked at Sarah really looked at her parent for the first time in months. The promotion coincided with her unexplained 2-month vacation right after my transplant. The persistent fatigue she blamed on her new job responsibilities. The baggy clothes during summer when the rest of us wore tank tops. All this time I'd been celebrating my health returning while completely blind to her sacrifice. "Why keep paying after she recovered?" I asked. "Jake, medical bills," Sarah admitted. "The insurance covered the surgery but not everything else." Jake said he'd help until I was back on my feet financially. I spent last night looking through old photos from the past year, seeing now what I'd missed before. In every picture, Sarah stood slightly guarded, always positioned to hide her left side, always deflecting attention back to my recovery milestones. This morning I called the transplant center and asked about becoming a donor for someone else when I am healthy enough. The coordinator said, "It's possible in some cases. Sometimes the people who love us most protect us from knowing just how much they love us. And sometimes the greatest betrayal isn't dishonesty. It's assuming the worst when the truth is actually beautiful."